We are Connor Simone, Seth DeGrace, Noah Dumoulin, and Pierre-Luc Morin. This is our HCI project on using the Tobii eye tracker inside of an FPS game. We have built this by tearing down our original project of Decima to just give the core functionality needed to test this out. So we have movement, we have shooting, you can look around obviously to aim, and yeah, that's the general description. We want to test out the viability of using the eye tracker in order to assist or completely replace even just standard FPS controls. And so, as you can see here, Seth is using his eyes to move the gaze tracker that we've turned on for demonstration purposes, using the Tobii eye tracker down there. So onto the demonstration itself.
So as for the demonstration part here, you can see that while I am not moving the camera, the crosshair, jittery as it is moving around to track my gaze. So the goal here was to bridge the gap between hand motor skills and I want to say the human eye's natural ability to track objects smoothly. And we felt that we could potentially make it easier for players who are either unable to aim accurately through because of a disability, or just because their reactions aren't quite as I want to say sharp as they used to be. But we figured we could make the FPS experience a bit more accessible and easier for them. So as you can see here, I am controlling the camera with the mouse, so turning the character and stuff with that. And I can move separately as well, while the crosshair is tied to where it is that I am looking. So I can be shooting at something without having to actually turn the character's head. Granted, yeah, the Tobii doesn't want to behave, but yeah. So as you can see, whenever there's damage numbers, that's because I've hit whichever object it is that I'm trying to shoot at there. So you can see that in the core functionality of shooting things that I'm looking at with my eyes rather than actually having to turn the whole camera is indeed there. And we plan on testing with the blended camera movements via mouse and crosshair movements via eyes. And we also plan on testing a separate one in which people only use the mouse to aim, which is closer to a classic FPS.
So bridging onto Seth's explanation there, we are going to gather up approximately 10 to 20 users, and then each one of them we're going to set them down in this little ring, and we're going to do 2 tests on them. The first is going to be just shooting with their mouse only to test their general competency with FPS controls. And then the second test is going to be instead assisted and modified by using the eye tracker to aim your crosshair and the mouse to move the camera. And afterwards we're going to analyze the data and see if using the Tobii eye tracker makes a negligible either positive or negative impact on the FPS experience. And that is a summary of our HCI project. Thank you very much.